Greetings of the day. Hope you all are having a great time. My name is Ms. Prachivani, and today we will talk about brand and branding. Here on the screen, you see various types of brands. They are of various products and services. Few of them are very famous, few of them are new, but they have their own identity. So when we say creating a brand, is actually about creating differences in between products and services by creating an identity. A brand is a name, a term, sign, symbol, or design, or a combination of all these elements that is intended to identify the goods or services of a seller or group of sellers and to differentiate them from those of competition. Now let's talk about power of a brand. We as consumers feel so loyal to brands that the simple sight of their logo has us reaching into our pockets to buy their products. Example, let's talk about Cadbury. When you see a logo of Cadbury, we feel like having a chocolate. When we want to look for an information, we say, let's Google it. We do not say, let's search it. This is the kind of power a particular brand has. A brand is more than a product or a service. Brand helps to create an imagination. It creates an experience for customers. It builds a personality. It talks about country of origin and also it is related to emotional benefits. And yes, indeed, it helps in building relationships. Now, brands identify the source or maker of product and allow consumers to assign responsibility for its performance to a manufacturer or distributor. A well-reputed brand name which has earned good reputation will be difficult to compete with. It is all about creating differences between products or services. So when I say a chocolate brand, we talk about Amul, we talk about Nestle, we talk about Cadbury. So every brand offers a little variation in their product. It is possible to brand a physical product like a pen or a soap, to noodles, to a service like an airline, a person, a store, an idea, or a place. So branding is a practice of giving a specific name to a product or group of products from one seller to another. There is plenty of evidence to prove that customers will pay a substantial price, a premium price for a good brand and will remain loyal to that brand. It is important, therefore, to understand advantages of branding. If your business is not a brand, it is a commodity. This is a very popular quote by Donald Trump. So what is a brand name and a brand mark? Brand name is the part of brand that can be vocalized. Example is McCafe, which comes under McDonald. And brand mark is the part of brand that can be recognized but is not utterable, such as symbol, design, distinctive coloring, or lettering. So when you see this brand mark, you know that McDonald's is somewhere close by. A trademark is a brand or a part of brand that is given legal protection. It protects the seller's exclusive rights to use the brand name or brand mark. For example, Hilton Hotels and Resorts, and you see here TM stands for trademark. So branding helps in various ways. Quality and standards are easy to maintain when you are creating a brand and when you're doing a branding. For example, Zomato. So when I'm ordering food through Zomato, I know that they'll be checking quality and standards of every food and beverage outlet. Demand for the general product or service is large enough to support a regional, national, international chain. For example, Domino's Pizza, which is a US brand. There are economics of scale, so branding will definitely cost money. So when we are talking about economic of scale, we are saying the company promoting a brand name has to develop standards, systems, and quality assurance program. So to justify expenditure for administration and advertising, the brand should provide economics of scale. Products and services are easy to identify when we talk about branding. So we're talking about two brands here. One is Airtel Stream and Netflix. So let's say a consumer is looking at more international content. He will download Netflix. Products or services are or is perceived as the best value for the price. Example, Toyota. So branding helps two parties. One is a seller, another is a buyer. What are the advantages of branding for seller? Now, seller's brand name and trademark provide legal protection of unique product, service, features. So I did show you a Hilton logo there. Branding gives the seller the opportunity to attract a loyal and profitable set of customers. It helps the seller to segment the market. So as a marketer, branding will be different for various segments. Strong brands help build corporate image, making it easier to launch new brands and gain acceptance by distributors and consumers. For example, Tata brand launched Starbucks in India. So it was easier for Starbucks to enter in India because Tata already had a very strong reputation. Advantages for buyer. It helps buyers identify the product that they like or dislike. So I might say as a consumer, I like Cadbury chocolate more compared to Amul. Identifies the marketer. It helps buyers to evaluate the quality of products, especially if unable to judge a product's characteristics. So as a consumer, I might say that quality of Cadbury is better than Amul. Buyer may derive a psychological reward from owning a particular brand, like for example, a Rolex watch or a Mercedes car, or stay in a Taj 5-star property. It helps reduce the time needed for purchase. So if a brand is established, a consumer might not really think for a longer duration and he will just trust on a particular brand and its positioning and he will buy the product or a service. Because of that, it helps reduce buyers' perceived risk of purchase. Now, characteristics of brand name. A brand name should suggest something about the product's benefit or qualities. So when we say Pizza Hut, we get to know that Pizza Hut is selling a pizza. American airline. So an airline which is from America. Brand name should be easy to pronounce, recognize and remember. For example, Taj Hotels. So anyone who is from India or from any other country can pronounce and will remember Taj as a brand. Make my trip. The name should be distinctive. Example, Go Ibibo. And a brand name should be acceptable in other parts of the world without making any negative impact. Domino's Pizza. So all the demographic segments that you have in various countries should be able to accept the brand name. Now, layers of a brand. The first one that we have is product and service. At the most basic level, customers buy products to meet functional needs. The basic brand is when you have the brand should support the offerings of performance and differentiate the brands from those of competitors. Augmented brand, these products and services add value and make the offering much more difficult for competitors to compete with. And then potential brand is where a brand achieves its potential when added values are so great that customers do not look at any other brand but a particular brand that they want to buy a product from. Types of brand. Here we are talking about 4 different brands. The first one is individual brand. Now, each product has a special or a unique brand name. So a company or a manufacturer can promote each individual brand in the market separately. Family brand. Here, it is limited to one line of products. For example, Amul is into dairy products. So they are producing Amul milk or Amul cheese. The third type of brand is umbrella brand. Here all products such as, for example, let's say soaps or chemicals or engineered goods are manufactured by a particular company will have company's name as one umbrella brand. For example, Tata. And combination brand. Here, a manufacturer can use a combination device. So production, when they are producing a particular brand, will have its individual name, but will also have the umbrella brand name. So T is a product and Tata is a brand. So they will sell the product as Tata Tea. I hope you all watched the video carefully. Quiz link is in the video description. You may go ahead and attempt the quiz. This is a slide for references and credits. On that note, thank you and I will see you soon.